Hey friends, happy Saturday and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shadavia and this is Ohshebudgets, where I talk about all things money, budgeting, and savings related. On my channel, you will see things like cash envelope stuffings, some budget with me, share my real numbers. I do savings challenges, but I also give you guys debt updates and savings updates on my own personal financial journey. So if any of that is content that you may be into, do me a favor and give today's video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, but don't forget your notification bell so you don't miss the next time I post. By the title of today's video, you can see I am going to be sharing a $458 low-income cash envelope stuffing. Now, today's cash stuffing is for my March paycheck number 1, and I am cash stuffing for my variable expenses. I'm also going to be cash stuffing for my sinking fund, and then lastly, I'm going to be cash stuffing one of my 1 month ahead cash envelopes using the cash envelope system. So if you want to see how I utilize the cash envelope method or the cash envelope system to just cash stuff my paycheck and keep track of my expenses, then just keep watching today's video. Now, as I mentioned, today we are going to be cash stuffing a total of $458. So let's go ahead and get our money set up and do a cash count, and then we can start cash stuffing my cash envelope binder. So today we have, again, a total of 50, 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 360, 370, 380, 390, 400, 410, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, so 450, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So $458 that I'm going to be cash stuffing into my cash envelope binder. Now, this is actually going to be the last time that you guys see this binder. As you guys can see, this is my original binder and my name is not even on it anymore. But in my next video, I am going to be revamping my cash envelope binder, switching out the old, coming in with something new. So I'm excited, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But for today's video, let's go ahead and get to cash stuffing. Like I said, I am going to be cash stuffing for my variable expenses, and these are my expenses that I just spend cash for on a daily or a weekly basis. I don't set money aside in my cash envelope binder. I don't cash stuff for my bills. I just prefer to do my variable expenses because, again, these are things that I'm spending cash for on a daily, whereas like my bills, they're usually once a month, and I just let those come straight out of my checking account. So the first cash envelope that I have in my variable expense binder is my groceries envelope. Now, this groceries envelope does take care of my family of 5, and we do have a weekly grocery budget of $100. So the way that it works is that I do the meal planning, and I will budget my paycheck for $100, and then once my husband gets paid, because we get paid on opposite weeks, then he'll take $100 out. So it kind of works out. So ideally, from my paycheck, I'm coming out $200 per month for groceries, and vice versa, he's coming out of $200 per month for groceries. So again, $100 is going to go into our groceries envelope this week. Let me know in the comments, you guys, what you guys are planning for next week's meals. I have no idea as of yet. And this is another reason, you guys, why I need to change. Can you guys see this? I don't think you can actually see it. Like, my cash envelopes are just done for. So it's time to go ahead and switch this out. So that's $100 for our grocery budget for this week. Now, the next cash envelope that I have in my variable expense cash binder is my household. Now, for household, I do like to set money aside for like toiletries, anything that we really need for the household for the next 2 weeks. As I always mention, it doesn't take care of every single thing that we could possibly need, of course, but I do like to put a little bit aside. That way, for this paycheck, I kind of prioritize what we need for the household. It always seems to be toiletries for us, because if you're an original subscriber of mine, then you know that my family has a tendency of going through paper towel like it's water. I don't know why, but it just seems like the first thing that we always run out of. Let me know if the same thing applies to you guys, or what I should do to kind of stop that. I've considered like putting a lock on the pantry, you know, being in charge of all of that. But yeah, they use paper towels like it's nothing. So for a household, I do typically put in $20, at least $20, but for this paycheck, I'm actually going to be putting in $25. So let me get 20. Actually, I'm going to do this, break it up a little bit, because I know I usually spend like $15 at a time when I do actually get our toiletries and things like that. So 10, 15, 20, and then 25 in household. So we have now 25, 50. I do need to put the change. I have a change jar, or like a little, I don't know what you call it. It's like a little box, coin box, that I put all my change in. And then what I'm going to do is just at the end of the year, I'll take it to my credit union and let them deposit whatever the total is into my account. So that's kind of what I'm planning to do with my change. Sometimes I use it as well. Like if I'm in a store and I don't want to break a bill, then I'll just hand them some change that I have sitting around as well. So the next cash envelope that I'm going to be cash stuffing for today is my gas. As you guys can see, I have not emptied this out, but what I typically do is I will take whatever is left over in my gas envelope and I will roll it over to my sinking funds. So from my last paycheck, which was February's 2nd paycheck, I'm left with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So $15 actually, then I'm gonna put this aside, because again, this needs to go to my car maintenance sinking fund. And from today's paycheck, or for this March paycheck number 1, I still budgeted out $60 for my gas. So again, if there's anything left over, then I just roll it to sinking funds. So that's gonna be 55 and 55, and then let's do 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there we are. So $60 that we have. 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. $60 that is going to take care of our March paycheck number 1 budget. I did do my budget breakdown as well. So if you guys are wondering how I know how much to put into each cash envelope, make sure you guys check out my March budget with me as well. I'll go ahead and link it down in the description box below. If for whatever reason you actually missed that video, like I said, I'll just go ahead and link it for you guys. The next cash envelope that I have in my variable expense binder is my self-care envelope. Now, I started this envelope once I started budgeting, because I'm a very selfless person and I just never really spend money on myself or buy myself things. So I started putting even a little bit aside, and over time it just continuously increased. So anytime I have extra income, or even if it's $5 to get my eyebrows done or whatever the case may be, I do like to put money aside for myself, and this just helps me not feel guilty when it's time to spend that money. Sometimes I kind of struggle with what I'm going to spend the money on, but the fact that I actually have those, have that cash in my envelope just makes it a little bit better. So from this March paycheck number 1, I did budget out $23. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that 20. 1, 2, 3. So $23. And in my self-care cash envelope, I actually have quite a bit, like I said, because anytime I do get some extra income, then I, put a portion aside for myself as well. So now my self-care, I have 100, 150, 200, 220, 230, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So $238 that I have set aside for myself, which is quite a bit. more than I normally have, but like I said, it's always nice to just have some cash set aside for yourself to be able to buy some things or do some things that you want to do. So that's my self-care cash envelope. And then moving right along to my next one, my next cash envelope I have is my family and fun. As I mentioned in my budget with me, next week, or I guess in a few days, is actually going to be my kids' spring break. So one of the things that we plan on doing is actually going to the circus. Now, I've already purchased those tickets, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have like little trinkets and food there that we may want to purchase for as well. But in our family and fun envelope, this is just for anything that we want to do for a family. This is if I'm treating. Like I said, I like to put money aside for us. Sometimes my husband treats, so we just kind of do what works for our household. It's not a wrong or right way to say it. Like if I wanted to pay for it, I can very much do so, but I just like to be a little prepared. So I do put money aside for our family of 5 to be able to do certain things on this paycheck. Again, because we have spring break coming up, I did put $100 aside for the family and fund. So let me go ahead and grab that 50, 20, that's 75, 85. Let's do this. So we're gonna do 50, 70, 90, 95, and then 100 for family and fun. Now we still have some funds in here, like I said, from my first page, well, my last paycheck actually, which was in February. And so now in family and fun, we actually have, let's see here. Family fund has 50, 100, 120, 140, 145, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67. So 167, which will be enough. I do also plan on taking the kids to Urban Air, which is a trampoline park that they absolutely love. And then maybe after that, we can go and get like pizza or something. So I plan to make spring break, even though we're not going anywhere, just make it fun for the kids. Like I said, and I mentioned in my budget with me as well, I'm always working and my kids are always in daycare, always in school. So I feel like, you know, sometimes it's okay to just treat them. Like, I think they really enjoy it and they'll really appreciate, you know, just being able to do a lot more fun than they're normally get to do in 1 week. So the next envelope that I'm going to actually cash stuff for is not in my binder. It is my month ahead envelope, cash envelope. So I did set a goal this year to get 1 month ahead on my expenses. And so I have these cash envelopes that I won in a giveaway that is helping me keep track of that. So what I am doing is whenever I reach my goal amount in each cash envelope, then I'll deposit that into my high yield savings account. Now this cash envelope particular for my eating out has a goal amount of $150, but I didn't have, you know, as much as I wanted to, you know, finish this. I didn't have all the cash available in my budget to make that possible, but I am going to go ahead and set aside $30 to add to this cash envelope. And then that does put us a little bit closer to our goal of $150. Kind of like the self-care envelope as well. Any additional income, I do allocate a percentage towards this as well to kind of help me reach my goal a little bit faster. So now in our eating out, we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 11, 12, 13. So 113, which would be, you guys do the math. I want to say $37. I think that's right, $37 left to actually finish this envelope, and then I can move on to the next cash envelope, which would be my groceries. Now, the final envelope that I have that I'm going to actually be cash stuffing for today is savings. Now, my savings envelope, I used to put my savings challenges in here as well, but from my paycheck. But what I'm actually doing is I'm just going to put my sinking funds in here until I actually do an allocation of my sinking funds. So once I determine how much I'm going to put towards each sinking fund, then I'll take it out of the savings. This holds any type of savings challenge that I'm currently doing right now. I have a really big goal of saving $10,000. So I don't want to keep, you know, putting you know, $300, $400 at a time in here just for me to go back and deposit into the bank. So I'll just keep it, you know, as is for now. So in my sinking funds for this March paycheck number 1, I did set aside 20, 40, 60, 80. Wait, 20, 40, 60, 80. Actually, no, you guys, I did not. I put 40, I remember now, I put 40 aside for household for my yard man that's coming. And then I think it was 80, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80. Yeah, so 80 for sinking funds, and then that other $40 is going towards the yard man that's coming next week. But that will be his last time coming because we have some plans for the future, and that is going to require us to cut back even more and save a lot more than we anticipated that we may need for what we're trying to do. But that is it for today's cash envelope stuffing, you guys. If you made it all the way to this point in the video, as always, give it a thumbs up, you guys. Let me know if you're a cash budgeter or if you're a digital budgeter. I know some people have the flexibility or the willpower to use debit cards still. I try to just use my cash, and that kind of helps me stay on budget. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. We are so close to 9,000 subscribers, and then once I get to 10,000, I'll be doing a huge giveaway to say thank you to you guys for all your love and support. But again, if you enjoyed today's video, guys, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell so you never miss the next time I post. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.